Hello guys, welcome to another video. So we are going to look at Nasdaq and see if we can get some trades this coming week. If you've been on this channel for, I don't know if you've watched more than one video on this channel, you'll remember that the last time we looked at Nasdaq, which was on Monday, I think, the prediction was that the price from around there, it has to me, it's got higher chances of being rejected and going up towards that resistance or the trend line, whichever one is hit first. And you can see here we went until the trend line and then we went back. So you can see that what I'm giving you here, guys, I'm giving you all the reasons why I think the price is most likely to go up or most likely to go down. So if you like this style of trading, you know what to do. You just need to subscribe and also share and hit that bell icon so that whenever I put a new upload, you will just get notified. So let's get started. So we are going to start with the highest time frame. So this is what we have. Remember, we always say that, I always say that it's going to be very difficult if you are a trader and you know that you like trading on H1, but you just go straight to H1 and then start searching for trades. It's going to be very difficult for you to get an idea of what exactly is happening, where is the price most likely to go, which is why I always advise you to start with the higher time frame so that you get that bigger picture. Then you can scroll down and go to the smaller time frames, and that's what you're going to be executing. So let's see. So this is what we have on monthly, and you know that it still looks the same. It's gonna look the same to like what the video we had, maybe the 2-3 videos that we had previously on this one. So we're not gonna waste time on it. So you need to make sure that you follow those videos as well. You can watch them after this one so that you get an idea of how we do this top-down approach. So here we had said that monthly is bearish, which is something that we've been saying even in the other videos, and we broke these areas of support, which means us being bearish, we do have a potential to come to somewhere there. For as long as the price does not break this bearish trend line or it does not take out the resistance. So for as long as it remains bearish like that, it has got a higher chance of coming until this support. We're not saying you should just go in blindly and just go there and sell. No, we're just saying on a bigger picture, based on what we're seeing here, we've got a high chance of going towards the support, unless if the price was to go and give us a candlestick outside that trend line, then it will change the perspective is like what is happening here. But currently, as things stand, we have got a high chance of going towards the support. We are bearish trend line still holding, resistance still being respected, so we've got high chances of going down until that area of support. So that's all that you have on your highest time frame. There's no like a lot of things that you can take from that. Now you go down to weekly, and then you're trying to make sense of what is happening on weekly, and then you'll find that weekly is also the same in terms of the trend. We are also bearish. Some people will say this is a bullish trend, but it's to me it's not. You just need to look at the thing as a whole, then you make sense of whether it's going up or down. So let me give you the reasons why I'm saying it is bearish. Firstly, bearish trend line respected, area of resistance respected, areas of support they're being taken out as we're moving to the downside. So you can see that so far it's towards the base, and the price was just giving us a pullback. Remember, when you are bullish or you're bearish, if you're bullish, the price will move like this, but it does not mean here it was bearish. This was just a pullback and then impulse. So I think it's the same thing that we have here to say that we are bearish because of what we are having here. It's not necessarily a trend, it's just a pullback, and that pullback is basically the price trying to restart and gather some strength. In this case, it went to the resistance, and you know that the price is bearish on this time frame, so we're expecting some reaction there, unless if the bulls, I don't know where they will find their strength from and defeat that. But in this case, you just need to say you are bearish, you are hitting an area of resistance, which means you've got higher chances of being rejected from that. And even when you remember what you saw, what we saw on monthly, we are saying that this has got higher chance of going to the downside. And also the candlestick that formed from last week, you can see that we're having what? Bearish engulfing, which basically means you are moving up nicely. All of a sudden you have a bearish candlestick breaking all those sort of swallowing all those candlesticks. So that's what you saw. We call what? Bearish engulfing, and it is believed to be a very strong reversal pattern, this one. And also you can see that it is forming at the bearish structure, which is what? Around the bearish trend line and around the resistance. So that's what we're saying. we need to be careful. We need to also say that this thing has got high chance of going down to at least somewhere there. It can still fail to break that, but as things stand, we are still very much bearish. Buying is not a good idea. You can try that, but maybe for short term you just scalping up down. But for as long as you know that what you are doing, you are going against the bigger trend, it's not a long-term trade. So you need to be careful when you're going against the trend. It needs to be a smash and grab. You go in quickly, you hit the next opposing structure, maybe on your for instance, let's say you are buying on your M15, and then the price goes up to M15 resistance. You need to be out, because the moment you try and hold that trade for 2-3 days, a week or 2 weeks, you are going to end up fighting the structure on weekly and monthly, and they both don't agree with you buying. That's why I'm saying the buy trades that you could get, you need to make sure that you need to know that they're just short term for now, until the price maybe does this and play outside this trend line and maybe break the resistance. We can say, okay, now we can continue buying. Because of that, we are no longer bearish. But as things stand, you need to let the market show you what it wants to do, or show you what it wants to do. Then you react. Because the moment you are trying to tell the market that it needs to go up and then you'll close your trade sometime next year, it's not gonna work. The market does not work like that. So let's see what we have on daily, because we are saying currently there's a lot of pressure to the downside. So let's just see. Yes, if you can see here, this is the high that we reached. We went higher than that, which means we could put like a bullish trend line there. And we did have an area of support, of which I do believe that we also broke it, because our support was here at the time. This was the nearest support, and we went lower than it, which means we broke bullish trend line, we broke support. We can see that the bears are very angry. So here on daily, we are also bearish, weekly bearish, monthly bearish. So which is why we are saying that you cannot take a buy trade and expect to hold it for a very long time. So we can see that on daily, the trend line taken out, the new area of resistance is there, and maybe the price, if you want to join the bears and you're trading daily, this will be a good area for you to get your trades there, and maybe target this minimum around there. But it has got a high chance of what breaking that. But we will see. We cannot yet sort of predict that something is going to be broken. No, we can say for now, if you are trading daily, your eyes are around there to say that you are targeting that. But this also, you can start there, right? And remember, that's why I'm saying you can get some buy trades, but they're just there to be like short-term trades. Because of what, maybe that's when the price will be giving you that retest. You could try and trade that, but it's risky. There are those who can trade that. If you are trading smaller time frames, there's nothing wrong with that. For as long as you know you are trading smaller time frames, you're not going to hold a smaller time frame trade for 10 weeks, 3 weeks. No, because of what, weekly to start with does not agree with that. Daily to start with does not agree with buy trades, and also monthly. So what you're doing, you're just on your own, and the wave is pushing south, you are trying to push north. You see, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work so well for you. So for now, we have got a chance of coming here, but we cannot just sell in the middle of nowhere. If it was to retest maybe your daily, if you're trading daily, or H4, if you're trading H4, maybe you've got zones there, you get your confirmation there, and then you could sell from that. But what you need to keep in mind is that even daily is bearish. We broke a support, we created a new area of resistance there at the top. We're just searching for trades to go up. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, to go down, sorry. So those who are trying to buy maybe until there, they could also use this to say that, yes, as much as we just broke the support, but the bulls are still trying to fight. They even formed bullish engulfing. So they can use that to try and catch that pullback, and then we'll just wait and see how the price reacts there. But they could try and catch that pullback, because of what the bulls are showing them that they're trying to come in, but they're trying to come back. But it's not gonna be easy for them with weekly, monthly, and everyone pushing to the downside. But if you get your buy trades there, you just need to keep in mind that they are for short term, nothing else. So let's check what we have on H4. This is our H4 chart, and if you still remember the video that we made before, the one that we just made Remember the one that we made was that we are getting buy trades here, and then we are targeting somewhere there. That's the one that we made previously, right? But the one before that was that we trying to sell from this. I gave you sell trades or sell ideas, or I gave you the reasons why the price is most likely to react from that. If you still remember that, kudos to you. I know some of you managed to catch that. And when we came to this, still we said, nah, price might struggle to break here. Maybe we'll get a short-term trade to the upside, and it did exactly that. But when it did this, it went lower than that. That's when it broke that daily support. But you can see that the pullback. That's why I'm saying these pullbacks. You need to know that if you are trading them, they are for short term. They are not long-term trades. They are for short term, and it came and tested around that bearish trend line because it's a market pause, and then it got rejected and then went to the downside in the main direction. So that's what you need to always keep in mind. So here we have a weekly chart, and on the weekly chart it's also bearish because of what? Remember we had what do you call this, bullish trend line, and it was taken out. We had an area of support, it was taken out. So it means here very risky, but it's worth it. So we can see that the bears there, they failed to defend that one, so they are not fully in control on this time frame. But you've got the backup from the bigger guys to say that the next resistance was there. The bearish trend line is the one that just got touched, and then the price went down, right? So now it's only a matter of saying maybe this guy must be taken out. If he's taken out, you are catching this, then you're targeting that. So if the balls were to come up like this, and then you're trying to, if you still remember, if maybe the balls were to do that, right, and then your trend line is there, they break the trend line, and maybe you come to the support, you get a buy trade, you'll be targeting. Remember that daily resistance where we are saying there's going to be a lot of pressure for the bears to push back to the downside because of what this guy did when he pushed down and broke this and broke that. So if you manage to get that, it's just a short-term thing. That's why I'm saying it's possible that you can get some short-term buy trades during this week. And if you're smart enough and you are able to spot these sensitive areas where the price is most likely to react from, but you need to make sure that you first let the price show you where it wants to go. Then based on that, you are going to join that movement. You don't direct the price where to go. No. Otherwise, it will go the opposite direction. And because you are the one who was trying to direct it, you will still be saying, nah, I know it's going to turn. I know it's going to turn. Maybe let me stretch my stop loss. And it will still go for your stop loss if it wants to. So that's why we are saying you let the market show you where it wants to go. Then you start to plan your trades in that direction. So here we can conclude by saying there's a lot of selling pressure on this one. There's a lot. So if you couldn't get a trade from the bearish trend line, if you couldn't get a trade from the bearish trend line, right, you can wait for the price to come lower than this, because this guy, it's a bit, as much as we're saying there's a lot of pressure to the downside on daily, on weekly, but when you are here on H4, the structure looks slightly different because of what this guy here that I just marked, this one, he's the one that pushed up there, and when he did that, remember, he went higher than this. So that's what we are saying. We are worried that he might hold the price again when it comes here. So if you are trading H4 and you want to sell, the best area to sell was at your trend line. If you didn't get that, you need to wait and make sure that these guys here are defeated. When they are defeated, you wait. You just mark this one here and say they are defeated. I get some confirmation there, I'll be selling from there. Because now if you're trying to sell, you're not going to look past this. This is going to be your take profit. So now if it is taken out, at least you know when you're setting take profit, you don't consider it because of what it has already been violated. That's if you are trading on H4. Now if you are trading, I don't like going lower than this one. If you are trading on H1, right, you can say that my H1 was very much bullish because we were bearish, having our trend line somewhere there. It was taken out, and few of the resistance areas also taken out, And you could also put a bullish trend line. Maybe you can draw it from here and put it there and say my bullish trend line has been taken out as immediately the price touched that. Remember that H4 bearish trend line, which is higher than what you're looking at here. You are on your H1, the price touches H4 bearish trend line, and then it gets rejected. It goes all the way down, it breaks areas of support, it breaks the bullish trend line, and then that's when you're saying, oh, even my H1 is also bearish. Maybe the price left you, and then you identify this one as your resistance. That did all of this, broke the trend line, broke the support. So you can see that the price went back to it and then it turned. That's how you trade. You let the price show you where it wants to go, then you wait for a pullback, then you join. Because now if you see the price doing this and then you're trying to sell there, you are selling low. Yes, the price can do that, but it's very risky. That's why you need to wait for the price to make sure that it comes back to a sensitive area. Then you're trying to sell from there. There you know that you're trying to catch a new and fresh wave. Now the price went down on your H1, and then this is your area. This is your take profit one. And remember, if you're trading H1, you'll be trading it also with what? With H4, which is what I teach in the guys that took the mentorship. I teach them under what you call show them how to combine time frames. It's called time frame combinations. So remember, we are saying from this is not something you can just look past because of what it did. So if you're trading H1 and you touch this as your take profit one, when you get to this one, because this is your higher time frame, this one, you need to make sure that you exit all your trades, or maybe you can leave one trade running if you're not scared of a risk, and then you lock in the profit, put it the stop loss below the break even, so that should the price fail to break that, you are safe. But should it break, at least you know you still have a trade. But in this case, because we're saying on H1, this is what the H4 support. So when the price gets there, you need to go out. But if it pushes down and break that, then you can identify. Chances are that if it wants to break it, it will come red, and then maybe white struggle there before breaking it. So if it breaks it like that, that's when you will identify this as the nearest resistance, where you can continue with the downtrend. That is it. So that's how you can trade to the downside. For buying, I said the safest way would be to wait for it to take out this, then you identify this, then you're trying to join from that. It's a short-term trade to that daily resistance, then done. So those are the two possibilities that could play out from where we are currently. That's it, guys. So I went into deeper details. Some of the information I shouldn't have told you, but yeah, that's basically some of the stuff that I teach the guys in the mentorship. So you can learn a thing or two from this, or even, all the videos that I put here, guys, is just for you to learn something, because I understand it's very hard when especially for those that are still new to trading. It's very, very hard for you to make sense of what is happening here. But if you get information like this, if you stumble up across information like this, you need to make sure that you do not leave that space. There's a lot that you can learn from this channel, and you can also, that's why I'm saying you need to make sure that you subscribe, you share, and you also recommend the channel to your other friends so that they also come and learn, because this type of information, I don't think you've ever seen it anywhere. All right, guys, so that's all that you can expect from the people's favorite, which is what? Nasdaq. Then I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.